You know, it's me, your little boy, Ike Samson. Let me tell you two things. They are angry because you are not moving or going from one person to another. Moving from one person to another. Let me tell you two things. Majority of people were like earnestly believing that you will accurately be seeking help from them, that you will be jumping from one person to another in seeking help, either for you to survive, for you to eat, for you to stay well, for you to clothe. But what shocked them is that you don't even know whether jumping from one to another exists. You know what I'm saying? So you need to understand that there are a lot of people out there who are secretly angry because you are not jumping from one post to another, begging them for help, seeking validation from them. There are a lot of people today who are so much in pain because you are not begging them for nothing. You are not begging them to survive. You are just living the life that God have automatically given to you. And that is the reason why majority of people up there are absolutely annoyed. That is the main reason why majority of people up there are accurately, pissed off. Because you are not seeking for surviving. You are not jumping from them. Because trust me, there are people who are absolutely so mad, annoyed, nervous, because you are not seeking what for them. You are not seeking help from them before you are able to feed yourself. You are not seeking any validation from them before you do nothing. Because there are people who were hoping that by this time you will absolutely be what? You will absolutely be begging them either meal to eat, food to eat, what to do to survive, all those stuff. But what shocked them is that you are just surviving without them. You are living without them. You are coping without them. You are existing without them. You are taking good care of yourself without them. So there are people who are earnestly so annoyed because you are not jumping from one post to another, from one person to another, seeking for help, seeking for them. That is what one of my master tell me one day. One of my master tell me a word. He said, without us, you can't be able, you people cannot be able to survive. You people cannot be able to do this. All of them were quiet. I respond, without us, your workers, you are nothing. If all of us decide to leave this your so-called work, you cannot do a work 1 hour. You cannot do nothing, even 30 minutes. You can't do it. He was looking at me. It's like, you need to praise us. Because even your own people cannot do this work. You know what I'm saying? So you need to understand that you as a chosen, majority of people around you are absolutely angry. They are absolutely annoyed. They are absolutely frustrated. They are absolutely pissed off. Why? Because of the fact that you are not jumping from one person to another. Because there were people who were hoping that you will come from them, you will beg them, before you are able to eat, you will beg us. Before you are able to get a job, you will beg us. Before you are able to pay your bill, you will beg us. Before you are able to do this, you will beg us. Anything you will do without us, you won't be able to survive. That is what one of my stupid friend that used to work with us, that is what she said. If you don't do what they do, if you don't do this thing that they are doing, they won't help you to get job. I just look at her. I said, I thought you are a graduate. You are a graduate in a high word, stupidity word, and order. You are graduate but idiot. She said it. She was hoping for me to say the word. I just look at her like this, smiling. I was looking like her like this, smiling. And at the end, she walked away. She shamefully walked away. Why? Because let me tell you, there are a lot of people up there who are secretly so mad, so frustrated, because you are not jumping from one of them to another. You are not moving from one of them to another. When they are hoping and expecting you to come and beg them, they hear that you are able to settle it. They hear that you are able to survive. They hear that you are able to do this even without them. And that is the reason why majority of people around you are nervous and angry. That is why they are always pissed off. Why do you ought to survive without us? Why do you ought to cope without us? Why do you ought to succeed without us? Is something that make them angry because you are surviving without them. Remain blessed.